Hello, this is Chris Niku, host of the Between Two Ferns Vector version, and I'm here today with Mr. Jason Heinritz. Jason is currently the number two new business manager in the Elite League for all of the company, over $140,000 in sales. And clients want to know, Jason, what in the last 2 years, 2 years ago, you finished in 2016 at $256,000 in sales. Last year, double that and grew to 409. Actually, you just you grew to $496,000. What did for you that allowed you to create that in your business?
Well, Chris, great question. I would say many things. When it comes down to it, I just made a decision. I was sick of playing small, playing average, and I got married, so had to man up. It wasn't just me playing a game anymore, so I had to support somebody else. So it also gave me the discipline and the excitement to really dive in more with myself, my people, and make the little choices that I was cutting corners on before, or I didn't do because, I could run the office. I could take care of it all on my own. That didn't force me to level up my layers of people, my leaders that helped me run this machine we got going on now.
So I want to take that a couple different ways. If you
would
give advice to somebody that's not married or not getting married, what would you say would be a good way to create that leverage the same way you did in your situation?
Yeah, I'd say there's Tinder, Match.com.
let me clarify what I mean by that. Not necessarily meeting people, but how would you find leverage in changing their outcome of their business from two to three?
Yeah. So I would get serious about something you really want, whether it's an investment property, whether it's Roth IRA, whether it's something that really forces you to understand how impactful that year can be to your future when it comes to super bonuses, comes to compounding interest, whatever it may be, that it's easy to take 1 month and think it's just a month, 1 day, it's just a day, even a year, and take years off. So I think instead of marrying a person, you marry yourself to a goal or marry yourself to some big vision that you need money for, and realize you can't do it all on your own. You need a group of people around you. You need systems. You need to prep people. You got to make it happen. So find a way to get married to something.
And one thing I've heard you say recently is, every day matters. There's power in the power in the now. And how would you say that you've related that to your business in the last year and a half or so?
Yeah, so it's actually been a lot of my own personal growth with that, where every day I look at my calendar. So I love Google Calendar, and it is my to-do list. So I have my plan that I take an hour or two every Sunday, plan out the week that I'd already had a rough draft on for the year. And I go through and I make adjustments. I plan for the week. So then every morning I'm readjusting, thinking about what do I need to do today? What's my schedule today? Who do I have to talk to today? And really allows me to really bring, like slow everything down. It's bringing the summer to me now. Like I'm already doing so much for summer and so much more than I did 2 years ago. And it's beginning of April, when normally it's May 15th. I'm like, crap, where are my assistants? You guys are coming back, aren't you? So I think having the intentional focus each day, having a Google Calendar to follow, and then anytime I need to do something, I put it in my calendar as a to-do list item. I'm constantly adjusting. Every morning I'm looking at what I didn't get done the previous day, what I can get done today, and what I need to move to a different day. So that way I'm accomplishing much stuff every day.
Awesome. And when you talk about people like Tim Ferriss, he always asks the question of what are your morning habits or rituals? What are your morning habits and rituals that you have throughout the day?
Yeah, every day I wake up at 5 a.m. and
every day,
no matter
every day.
Even
Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter. Every day.
Every day.
Per day.
Sometimes sometimes 5:05. It's sometimes I slack 5:10 a.m. sometimes, but no, I do journal. I do the 5-minute journal every day. I look at my calendar every day. Unfortunately, there's for sure social media in there. I'm trying to get rid of that. That's a big temptation that I have right now, and it's filling my mind with that excitement and dopamine and all that crap that, I'm telling myself that's probably like 20 minutes every morning. But what's great is I get that done and out of the way instead of getting to work and then doing it. So I do that. I do my devotional, my reading. I meditate every day. I'm on a streak of 156 days in a row.
Nice.
And I'm exercise every single day, no matter what, at least 20 minutes. My goal is 30, 35 minutes in the gym. I'm gonna make a smoothie every morning. Believe it or not, I do shower every day too. It's part of my morning routine. And then I'm also planning. I look at my notes of mint.com. So I have a financial abundance note that I look at every day, and I look at my mint.com every day. So I look at where I'm at. I look at what money's coming in and out, and it reminds me of my goals. So my goal coming up is in September to have our first duplex that my wife and I are in one half, renting out the other half, and start our rental property empire.
So that's a good segue into what I want to get into anyway. So for 2000,
I love segues. I did.
Segues are great, man. Those things in DC were pretty badass.
Yes.
For 2018, what would you say are your top dreams? Whether it be 3 to 5, 10 to 15, whatever it might be. So duplex is one. What else is on the list?
Yeah, so duplex is one. Making sure my book is really successful, and like that's just a side passion that's bringing more energy into my business, but really getting that off the ground with speaking in schools and do that in the fall and spring, and then preparing for the second book and third book, and just having that as a hobby and fun empire on the side also. And then also it's a $1.7 million district. So our office doing 1.25 to constantly grow and get better. And then with other offices going out 1.7 million to try and beat some divisions.
Nice. You have a book that was recently released. If you had 5 words to describe your book, what would the 5 words be used to describe this book?
Awesome, empowering, life-changing, much needed for those, well, that's a lot more than one word, but needed for people that aren't in Vector or haven't been in Vector before. Okay. There's way more than 5 words.
All right. So this next section, we're going to do rapid fire. So go ahead and answer as you will.
Oh, boy.
What is the best trip you've ever been on with Vector?
Aruba, first one.
Why?
Experiencing the culture of what Vector has to offer and what this world has to offer that I've never experienced.
What is one unusual habit or absurd thing that you love?
Oh, boy. Hot yoga, if that's weird. I don't know.
Only if you do it on Tuesdays. What have you become better at saying no to in the last 2 years?
Everybody. My merchant self always wanted to help other people out and do all these things for all these people. But if they're not in my circle or in my crew or on my team, I've had to say no to a lot of people that served me to give me more time for my wife and my life.
All right. What are bad recommendations you hear in your profession on a regular basis?
Can you elaborate, sir?
Yeah. What are some things that you hear as truths that aren't always truths that you feel like could be misnomed right now? That could be like, I hear when people say this, but I don't agree with that.
In business or in life?
In Vector.
So like a truth that isn't a truth.
Yeah. What are things that when you people give advice, what are some bad advice you hear often from people?
Oh man. Can I pass? Can I think about that one?
Pass.
I'll get at least one pass.
All right, here we go.
Don't ask any more tough questions.
Favorite nickname ever given to you?
Heine. Actually, caught from behind Ritz. In football, I got caught from behind in a play once. That sucked.
Love it. If you had a walk-up song, like a baseball player, what would your walk-up song be?
Getting jiggy with it.
If you could have one condiment come out of your belly button for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Sriracha. I love that on everything.
All right. Yeah. What's your favorite way to spend a day off?
At a coffee shop with my wife, just hanging out and having casual conversation.
Okay. And if you can meet one person, who would you want to meet? What would be the person that you'd want to meet?
Probably Will Smith or Justin Timberlake.
Ooh, I like both.
Tough.
I'm partial to the latter on that one. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us. This is the first episode of the Between Two Ferns Vector Style. Thanks, Jason, for the input.
Yeah.